Welcome back to our playthrough of Dark Souls. So, this episode we are gonna touch this mysterious ring, or at least examine it, I guess. First I wanna point out some quick things. Like, this here obviously was once the way into the city of the gods. But it has been blocked up. And since the rubble is piling up outside, it's probably been sealed from outside, but that's just a guess on my part. Then yeah, from here you can again see a lot of stuff. Over there is the parish, over there is Andre's little church. There's the stone dropping guy. And then here we have some gargoyle statues that look kinda similar to the boss we fought earlier. And the item description did mention that there are also gargoyles protecting, or rather guarding, Anor Londo itself. So gargoyles might just be like some symbol of protection, like guard dogs of the gods. Well, so then we will examine this light, and I will be quiet for a moment. Yeah, so welcome in Anor Londo, and immediately apparent is the stark contrast to the rest of the world we've previously been in. Like, there's always been really kind of grey color palettes, and it has looked a bit hostile, and like Blighttown, for example, was a complete shithole. Not just gameplay wise, but also atmosphere wise. And here you have this stark contrast, this really majestic looking place, and the warm welcoming light sources. And also the whole reveal thing. I think this cutscene is very well made. It makes you really excited to explore this place. So we actually have quite a lot of souls on hand. So gonna try not to die before we reach the first bonfire. This guy actually doesn't attack you until you get pretty close to him, so we will leave him be for now. But I would like to take these two out, because they are guarding a chest. Yeah, this could be tough, going 2-on-1. Let's try to separate them a little. Yeah, this is annoying, having to fight both of them at once. Should have baited them out separately. So this here is your window of attack. Well, as well as his, I guess. One more hit and then we are down to 1v1. It should be much easier to engage. Okay. Very nice. And they actually give quite a bit of souls. So. And here we have a statue of Ornstein, the Dragon Slayer, with his iconic Dragon Slayer spear weapon. We will meet him very soon. Spoiler warning, I guess. So there's not much to talk about him right now, because later on we'll have a better chance to go more in depth about him. So I kinda wanna hit, I believe 22 decks or something along those lines to wield a new spear we are gonna get soon. So I'm probably gonna pump all those levels we will be getting now into decks. Praise the sun, indeed. Yeah, let's talk to her first.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you. What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling. The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet. If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for. If you require that is...
Yeah, so she made actually an interesting point about how the firekeepers never meet. So I guess that means the firekeeper has to be in the general unicity of their respective bonfire. So firekeeper's life is pretty lonely, I guess. Just having, especially hers, like Anastasia in Firelink Shrine at least gets some visits periodically, because Firelink Shrine is an area that is traveled, that is accessed by a lot of adventurers, I guess. But here in Anal Londo, if we are truly the first to arrive here in over 100 years, I guess she spends a pretty lonely existence. So here we can reinforce our flasks with the Firekeeper soul we found some while ago. And I really like her armor design. I think it's super cool. Fortunately, I believe you have to kill her to get it, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah. We will talk about her as soon as we get her armor, because it reveals kind of some interesting information. I get 3 levels, eh? Yeah, sure, let's pump decks up. I believe I have some soul items that I can use to get another level. Yeah, that was a bit much. Sure, let's go with that. Okay then. first we will explore this left part here, and then we will go into Anor Londo proper. I should probably bait them one by one. Ah, that works too. Well. Come on, do your shield bash thingy. Well, they kinda have weird hitboxes. I could have sworn I hit him, but apparently I hit his sword right there, his shield right there. Nice. So here we have to be careful. So much earlier I talked about how you can disarm, I guess. What are they called? A mimic. Using Lloyd's talismans, which are usually used to hunt the undead. I don't think there's any significant lore connection there, but I think it's a cool mechanic. So now we can safely pick up whatever is inside. Fortunately it's a crystal halberd, which kinda sucks. So let's kill him regardless. Of course, 2,000 souls are 2,000 souls. Twinkling Titanite is gonna come in handy real soon. And here we have a Smough or Smaug or Smoke or whatever you want to pronounce his names, the Executioner. With a really hot panty shot right there. Yeah, we'll talk about him soon as well. Oh yeah, giant's halberd. Let's take a look at that. So, large halberd made of old brass used by the giant sentinels of Anor Londo. Brass contains traces of lightning, but as the halberd is designed for the giant sentinels, its weight is unbearable. And yes, you need 36 strength to wield it. That's how heavy it is, supposedly. And over there we can see the Duke's archives. Unfortunately, this here blocks our way, sealed by the Great Lord's power. So we will not be able to get here until we place the Lord Vessel at Firelink Shrine. And this is the first roadblock we have hit in this game. Like what? 10 hours in? Something like that. This is the first time there's a place we cannot explore from the get-go. So yeah, there are 3 such walls, I believe. One is here, one is in the Demon Ruins, and one is in the Catacombs. Or in the Tomb of the Giants, I guess. You can traverse the entirety of the Catacombs from the very start of the game. there are these huge plazas and huge doorways and huge halls. It really looks like it's built not for tiny little humans like us, but rather for larger beings. Whoa! almost went without me. Yeah, this has an interesting little mechanism, like this spiral stair, spiral elevator. Sure, why not? Don't know how much sense this makes, like if this would give it any structural advantage. Sure, why not? This is a fantasy. So here we have something I really enjoy that video games do. So like, you remember that time when this guy was a boss fight? So yeah, that's something I enjoy that video games do quite often. And Dark Souls here is no exception. That you meet early game bosses and they become regular enemy encounters. Ouch. And this really gives you a sense of progression. Like, damn, this is how strong I got. Now this guy is just a regular enemy. But he's giving me quite some trouble, actually. Come on, don't be like that. And once again we cut his tail. And that's it. Well, we already did look at the tail, but I guess we can look at the helmet. Helm of the Gargoyle, an enchanted creature that guarded the Bell of Awakening in the belfry of the Undead Church. This bronze helm was for mere appearance's sake, as gargoyle skin is naturally hard. Little in the way of defense can be expected from it. So yeah, even the enemies of Dark Souls know where it's at. Screw armor, defense and stuff. The true Souls is the fashion Souls. So there's some stuff here. Treasure ahead. Thank you for the kind heads up. Amazing treasure ahead. Ooh, can't handle the anticipation. Demon Titanite. Well, could have been more amazing, I guess. Or is there anything behind here? I don't remember. Not really. Beanpole? Oh, we can take a look here. Like, as you see, the ground of Anor Londo is pitch black. So, this can mean several things. Either it's supposed to be we are so high up we can't even see the ground anymore. Second option is that the abyss, which we haven't talked about yet, I guess, but the abyss is like this dark force of nature that consumes all in its way. Basically, in summary, like that Anal Londo has started to be consumed by the abyss. Or third, that they simply didn't bother to render a floor, because we wouldn't really look down that much. And number 2 is, well, I guess in the context of the lore of Dark Souls 1 is very well possible, but we do visit this place again in Dark Souls 3, and it's mostly intact, so I do not think that the Abyss would have been a factor in that. And so I have a little funny anecdote here. So the first time I played through the game, I was stumped as to where to go. I had no idea. Here was a dead end. There's no way I could make this jump. And then I got invaded, and I fought the invader off here, and he started to flee up this ramp, and then it dawned on me that this was the way of progress. I guess I probably never would have thought of that myself. Like, this really seems like decoration and not like actual level structure. Like the review of Yahtzee, popular YouTuber, I'm sure you know him. Oh god, no. Well, fuck me. Fuck gravity, eh? He summarizes it well, like it feels like they designed these pompous places first and only thought about how to traverse them as second priority. Yeah, and you see how well that went. I think gravity has been the most consistent enemy in this playthrough. Yeah, I'll probably do some sort of death compilation at the very end of the game. Over this way. So where is my soul? Where did it put my souls? That's the question now, because I had quite a few of them. It would be a shame to lose them. Oh, up there they are. So let's try to be a bit more careful. So what exactly did I do wrong? Oh, thank God. Alright then. Well, hello there. Oh, we actually lived. Here we have some nice decorations, but I don't think this really means anything. Here we have again the image of a child. But I guess this is just some generic, like there's bread and web and stove, furnace, whatever. Just some generic imagery. Don't think there's any greater meaning to this. So these white ninja guys are called the Painted Guardians. Or Painting Guardians, something along those lines. And what they got is this painting here. This is the painted world of Ariamis. And if you recall the item we got from our cell when we returned, she clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. So this peculiar doll serves as our key to enter this place. And we will do that just after we finish up Anor Londo. Alrighty. Now this, yeah, you already see that this will be a lot of fun. I guess I'm gonna equip my spear, because I can stabby stab and stay behind my shield like this. So Place your bets now. Will I survive this? Or will I fall terribly to my death? Fighting off painting guardian scrubs. So let's give him some time to reach us. Nice. Oh yeah, Ragdoll physics never get old. So as you might have guessed already, we can cut this here, and we can later collect this item that fell down right now. And this made surprisingly little noise for being a massive chandelier that just fell down several feet. So yeah, they too are using spin to win techniques, which I never would use in real life. Turning your back to the enemy is certain death, for sure. And sorry if I'm not really talkative right now, but this is a quite a tense situation. But I think there's only one more guy over here. Oh, don't do this to me. Fight me melee, please. Oh boy, okay. That was more tense than it needed to be. So over here we actually have an amazing chest if you look right here. So yeah, there's an amazing chest here which there's a wonderful blessing inside, which is a really useful item because it heals your HP fully up. So we will try to get it if I remember how we access this. And yeah, by the way, this lady here, that statue is of Guinevere, the goddess of fertility and the sunlight, if you know what I mean. And there's some generic Silver Knight statues next to her. Yeah, let's continue our tightrope act. So yeah, props to the game designers. Like this was a really simple, I guess, simple challenge to think of, but it still really makes the player tense because there's a lot of on the line, and dying you can lose a lot of souls, and a lot of progress as well. In situations like these where the player feels tense, like what I want to say, in a situation like this, the player character probably feels tense, and if you make the player feel tense as well, you really immerse the player in your world, which is a great feat. I don't know why this room down here exists. Is there a hidden wall? I guess not. So yeah, we just received the Guardian's little weapons, so let's take a look at those. Painting Guardian Sword. Curved sword of Anal Londo painting guardians. Or guards rather. Unique shape with a flat tip. Horrible design decision, like one of the big pluses of a sword that it can poke your enemy to death. Anyway, the guardians who strike down those who dare threaten the paintings attack in a continuous circular dancing motion, a technique passed down through generations. So yeah, sounds really cool, but no, spin to infighting does not work in real life. So I actually don't remember how to get to this chest, but it's not that much of a problem. I guess we'll get there eventually. Alright, so here we have some kind of contraption, and I wanna check out what's down below first before we turn the handle up there. I guess it's probably just gonna be a dead end. Yeah, sure. Just a dead end. Well then, let's turn that handle, shall we? Alright. Well, he's certainly excited to see us, huh? Ooh, I should probably equip the Wing of the Evil Eye as soon as I have some alone time. So as you might have noticed, we unlocked another shortcut. This path leads directly to where we came from. And it also leads a little bit further now. Yeah, broke his poise, so let's go for another hit. Broke his poise again, let's go for another hit. Broke his poise again, let's go for another hit. Ooh, that's some anime shit right here. And none of us hit. And down he goes. Yeah, we're getting the shield as well. So, I don't think I've explained this up to now. Bronze shield of the gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church. The gargoyle's skin is tough by itself, and perhaps its shield may have been a prop, for it is a rare example of a metal shield that does not reduce physical damage 100%. Oh, true enough. So yeah, about drops in Dark Souls, I don't think we've discussed that yet. If you have an enemy that does not respawn, the final enemy of them you encounter will 100% drop the stuff they can drop. How often can I say drop in one sentence? So before we head in the direction of the cathedral here, I want to take another look downstairs, because we have moved the elevator now. So a path may have opened up down below. And sure enough. Oh yeah, I wanted to equip the Evil Eye, wasn't I? Oh yeah. So, ouch, oh god. That did a lot more damage than I anticipated. So we should really heal up. So we have a full room, full of clan ninjas. So let's have some fun, hey? I'm gonna try to pull them one by one. Well, I can handle 2. If one approaches me, that is. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Well, 2 for the price of 1. Or not. Giving me more trouble than I had hoped. I actually hoped I could use this room to heal up using the Evil Eye Ring. But I guess they deserve a little more credit than that. Doing that job. Stop it with the knives. You're not gonna hit me anyway. So yeah, that's one downside of the Zweihander. It can be difficult to hit nimble targets like they are. But that's why we also have a spear equipped. Oh. Ooh, he actually dropped something. Probably just some knives. Yeah, who would have thought? Oh, let's get this little item. Sorcery, great magic weapon. What? How the hell was that supposed to work? Did you see that? Damn, the backstab hitboxes of Dark Souls are ridiculously broken. Just goes to show how bad it is. Okay, what was it called? Great magic weapon? Let's take a look. Sorcery, which improves upon magic weapon. High magic augmentation, right weapon. A twin hand dragon skull, only magic swordsmen on special orders are allowed to learn this spell, which grants powerful augmentation to various weapons. Nothing that interesting. And I guess it is interesting how this ended up here. But wouldn't dwell too much on it. Oh boy, okay. Okay then, that's all of them. So what I came for is this black iron set. Built of a special black iron and providing strong defense, notably against fire, but so terribly heavy to be unwieldy to all but the one and only, the hype man himself. Iron Talkers! But how did this armor end up here, you might ask? So I guess the The tightrope challenge up there was a little too difficult for Tarkus to handle with such heavy armor, and these people moved him out of the way. But yeah, as already mentioned, this is the painted world of the Oriamis. I don't want to enter it yet. I first want to fight the boss of Anor Londo. Yeah, so guess there's not much to say until we actually enter it. Other than it's well made. It looks almost like a piece of concept art that was reused as actual art. And you see that quite a lot in Anor Londo. I will point it out as we go along. Yeah, black iron stuff. Let's equip that shit. Yeah, we can still go. Can we go full black iron? Almost. I like the helm quite a lot, but if we can go full Tarkus, then why not? Ooh, barely. Yeah, barely. Okay, yeah. Let's go like this for a second. We could also go full guts with the sword. Sure, I wanna let's show it off real quick. Great sword. Well, I guess... Yeah, this kinda looks like the sword that Guts had in his teenage years. There's an even bigger sword. So yeah, you can go full Guts. Interesting enough, this one has a stab instead of a pancaker. So... not that bad. I guess it's useful if a damage has high slash resistance. You can just stab them instead. But since Twihander is already upgraded a lot, we will stay with the Twihander. Oh no, I know what comes up next. So I should probably level up, because I might very soon lose my souls. Well, you know what? Let's turn the elevator once more and see what awaits us. If we go down the stairs at another level. Because I don't think it's actually gonna take us anywhere here on this level. And just back to the Painted Guardians. Oh yeah, if I'm lucky there's actually a bonfire here. If I remember correctly. And sure enough, there is. Let's take a look at this. Wing of the Sun's Firstborn. That's bound to be interesting. Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who inherited the sunlight, once wore this ancient wing. Boosts the strength of miracles. Lord Gwyn's firstborn was a god of war, but his foolishness led to a loss of the annals, and rescinding of his deific status. Today, even his name is not known. We already talked about Gwyn's firstborn a little. About how this is a mistranslation. His foolishness, it's the way it's written here, it seems like he lost the annals and therefore was rescinded his deific status. That's not true, and he did something else foolish, and this led to a loss of, how do I put it, his existence was essentially erased from the annals of history. That's what I want to say, because he did some kind of foolish thing, or something that was considered foolish by others. And here we have a statue of the man himself, Lord of Sunlight, Gwyn. I just noticed all of them wear sandals or are barefoot. Like the Guinevere statue we saw earlier was barefoot, and he wears sandals. Like, terrible foot fashion here in the City of the Gods. Yeah, there's not much to say about Gwyn. We saw a lot about him in the intro cinematic already. Essentially the leader of the gods, like a Zeus figure in this universe. Considered the mightiest of the lords. And if you take a look around, these certainly look like gravestones, and there's those little statues that align this place. So this is almost certainly a tomb. And this place was probably where Gwyn's men, his loyal men, were led to rest. As we find out later, Gwyn's actual tomb is behind the statue. We need a ring, and then we can make this statue disappear, and it grants us entrance to Gwyn's tomb. And the fact that Gwyn has a tomb is rather interesting, considering that he's technically still alive. We fight him at the very end of the game. Oh yeah. That's that. And I think this episode is already kinda long, so I guess we'll call it a day here. And we will explore the rest of Anor Londo the next time. And meet probably the most annoying and iconic enemies in the game. So see you next time, and goodbye everyone.